My name is Simon Claw, and this is my story. The portal whispered again, not of Simon Claw, but of him. Genghis Ham, a pig forged in grease and fury, descendant of the Pork, tyrant of the Oinkol Empire, adulterer of worlds. He conquered the East with a snarl and a snout, enslaved panthers, grounded eagles, made rats march to his war drums. Now he seeks the portal to bring back John Paul, the butchered heir. But I've walked that road. I know where it leads. So I called Timon, Bladeborn, cold-eyed, my shadow in the storm. Together we stepped through time. He met us with a horde, 100,000 pigs at his back. Their armor glinted, their tusks dripped, their faith was blind. They fell in seconds. We carved through them like famine through harvest. At the peak of the Crimson Hill we found him, snorting like a god bloated with pride. But even the most powerful gods bleed. Power doesn't make you eternal. Legacy doesn't make you worthy. And death remembers none of your titles, only how loud you screamed when it arrived. My name is Simon Claw, and this time I do not step through the portal alone. There is a name the world erased from memory, a name they feared so deeply they forced themselves to forget. Sir Timon Chesi, a rat by birth, a reaper by destiny, who carried a blade forged in fleas and tempered by death itself. With a single swing, he erased cities, stole a third of mankind, not by disease, but by his own cursed hand. History blamed the filth and the winds of misfortune, but the truth was darker. Timon was the plague, and his blood still survives. Tim Cheese, who now walks this world unknowingly, bearing the same great legacy. The portal revealed him to me, Timon, still alive, hunted, chained, and starving. So I went back, and I found him, weakened, but not broken, ready to return. Now we walk as one, I, the god they buried, he, the plague they feared, and we come for Simon Claw and Tim Cheese to awaken the bloodline. So open the gate and let us through, because history never ended. It was only waiting. My name is Simon Claw, and this is my story. Before greatness, there was pain. I wasn't born a king, I was a slave. Bobu Bekan forced me to build his pyramids with blood on my hands and chains around my neck. So I finished them and buried him beneath the last stone. They called me a god after that. Bowed, prayed, built temples in my image. I led armies with a glance. My enemies vanished like dust in the wind, but worship meant nothing to something like me. Power is hollow when it echoes in silence. Even as the world knelt before me, I felt a pull, deep, cold, ancient. Then the portal came, and through it I saw him, Simon Claw. Same blood, same rage, same storm behind the eyes. He doesn't know what he is, but I do, and I'm coming, not to guide him, but to remind him of what he was born from. My name is Simon Claw, and tonight the past breaks through. The barrier still holds on the portal, thin, trembling, but unbroken, and only one force can shatter it, the Death Mane. A roar the world was never meant to hear. Rauthar Fang, Rome's undefeated colossus. They feared his voice more than his claws, so they caged it and called it mercy. But storms don't beg before they break the sky. Timon stood beside me as we stepped into the Colosseum disguised as gladiators. Above us, Porcus Justinius clung to his throne, desperate for a name time might remember. So I broke the muzzle, and when Deathmane roared, Emperor Porcus didn't just fall. He vanished beneath the weight of prophecy. But that wasn't the roar we needed. That came later, under ash, beneath stars. When Deathmane roared again, the barrier shattered. The past tore through the present, and the gate obeyed. Simon, Tim, you don't know us yet, but history does. And history just woke up.
Everyone breaks, even the loyal ones. Pengu told us everything we needed to know. Now, it is time we let some bullets fly. Perfect. I was in the mood for some bacon. We didn't come to make noise. We came to compose chaos. Bob had no choice but to accept his fate. John Pork would be ashamed to see you like this. You ran your mouth like you were untouchable. But look at you now. Every king falls, Bob. You just happen to fall into fire. You must be starving, Pengu. We went through so much trouble just to serve you something special. Consider it one last meal with an old friend.
Tim Cheese finally got what he wanted. Bob Bacon, captured, tortured, broken. All for one name, Agent 5.5. But no matter how deep the knife cut, Bob never gave him up. Not once. And then, Simon Claw pulled the trigger, ending the man who once called him family. But in the silence that followed, there were no answers, no leads, just the sound of betrayal. Far away, Agent 5.5 knew the storm was coming. That's why he found the architect, a mysterious figure said to hold power beyond death itself. He guards the reboot van, but for Agent 5.5 to use it, he must first pledge allegiance to the architect. Together they're building something, a resurrection project. First, John Pork. But maybe, just maybe, Bob Bacon's story isn't over either, because legends never stay dead.
Oh, Bob Bacon. Every second you stay quiet, you suffer more. Now, where is Agent 5.5?
They thought Agent 5.5 was lost, defeated. But here I am. Something's been calling me, and I don't hear it. I feel it. And I finally found it. They say this bunker can bring back the dead. Maybe I can use it to revive John Pork. And there it was, the reboot van. But it was guarded by the most powerful mastermind. They called him the Architect.
You shall serve, or you will be erased.
His words were like law because he controlled everything. To bring John Pork back, I had to pledge allegiance. And from that moment on, I belonged to him.
My name is Tina Cheese, and I want to share my phone call I had with Marvin Beek. Marvin Beek, it's Tina.
I didn't expect to hear from you. What's going on?
I know you probably didn't want to talk to me, but I had to call. I need you to understand something. John mattered so much to me.
I know he did. He loved you more than anyone ever could. I saw it. Tim was evil for what he did, killing John like that.
Tim couldn't stand how much John loved me. He was jealous, angry. He took John from me, Marvin. And I want them both gone. Tim and Simon Claw. They deserve nothing less. I want them dead, Marvin.
You're right. They've taken so much from us. John was everything to me, too. He didn't deserve that. It's time they paid for what they did.
I want them to suffer for what they did to John and to me.
I understand. They'll pay for it. We'll make sure of it.
So, Tina, you wanted to talk, right? Tell me.
I'll be honest, I didn't leave because I stopped loving you. I left because you were abusing me. John treated me like a princess. But you never did.
Never did. I would have burnt the whole world for you, just to keep you warm. But you left Tina.
But you became a monster, Tim.
You tore me apart, Tina. You looked at him with the same eyes you used to look at me.
I just can't do this anymore.